and there being coolant in the oil, and it's just been a nightmare. But yes! Gosh, that looks insane. What's going on, YouTube? My name is Danny, and that is my 996 911. But let's face it, it's definitely seen better days, which we just picked up from Copart with some serious front end damage, or so I thought. In the previous video, we were able to get everything pretty much fixed. We got the hood fitted, we got the fenders fitted, and we took it out for our first drive. This is a car I've been wanting since I was a little kid back in Cuba. And come to find out, we got a deal of a lifetime, picking it up for only $10,000. But of course, it is 100% not perfect, and we're not anywhere near done. So in today's video, we have so much work to do. If you're new here, my name is Danny. Hit that subscribe, like the video, and we gotta get going. Oil change time, and genuinely another thing we have to do that has me a little nervous. But typically a car would take 6, maybe 7 quarts of oil. This car not only takes 5, but 9.5 quarts of oil. That is absolutely nuts. And this is actually the most nervous I've ever been for an oil change in my whole life. But hold on, check out the surprise I found when we got under the car. Some Bilstein shocks? How much are those worth? Hold on. Those are like $800 shocks. That's a huge W. Let's go. The reason I'm so nervous for this oil change is because it is a Copart car that who knows how long has been sitting and who knows the state of this motor. I've seen so many nightmares of people's low mileage motors having cracked heads and there being coolant in the oil, and it's just been a nightmare. But here we go. That oil looks good to me. That oil looks good to me. That's some healthy looking oil. Let's go. We just dodged a bullet. But now let's switch gears from finally absolutely transforming this Porsche to something that excites me just as much, and that is dominating the skies with today's sponsor, War Thunder. War Thunder is an immersive multiplayer combat game that puts you in control of a vast array of war machines. From tanks to aircraft to even naval vessels, they have it all. Experience intense battles across land, sea, and air as you experience epic warfare. With absolutely stunning graphics and realistic gameplay, War Thunder gives you a gaming experience like no other, and it's also available on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. I gotta find my wife though. I don't know where she is right now. Wait, do you guys hear that? There's absolutely no way right now. Honey, what are you doing?
Wait.
Are you kidding me right now?
More Thunder.
What?
I actually love it. I love the variety of game modes. My personal favorite is Arcade Battle.
Oh, is it the arcade battle?
Yes, that one's my personal favorite.
Wait, why?
It's fun, fast-paced, casual-friendly for beginners like me.
What? So you're just flying through the air, having fun, and, you know, shooting other people, I think.
Exactly.
Okay, well, keep doing your thing. That was fun. Just like with cars, you can increase the performance of your aircraft, give your tank more firepower, or increase the resilience of your ship. They also just added a huge new update called Alpha Strike. The game's always being worked on and improved. Players can now join a new map for intense aviation and tank battles. It's called North Holland. Come join me, download War Thunder with the link in the description. All new players and players that haven't played for 6 months or longer are gonna get a lot of new special bonuses. Some special bonuses are on the screen, and you're also going to get 100,000 Silver Lions, 3 premium vehicles for free, that's Crystal's favorite, a week of a premium account, and even more gifts. Hurry up, the American Vehicle bonus season is ending soon. Download War Thunder with the link in the description. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video, and let's get back. We got a lot to do. I also was trying to manhandle this filter. It budged a little bit, but I gave up. We had to go buy one. I wasn't sure if the store had it, but thankfully they did have it. Shout out to AutoZone. Tools are incredible because it just makes life so much easy. And one really cool thing people do with these oil filters, you break it up and just look into it and see if you see any metal shavings. And thankfully we dodged another bullet. The filter looks good. I didn't see any metal, any weird residue. Whew, motor seems healthy so far. I hope you guys remember in the previous video where we got scammed for $1,000 trying to buy headlights. Well, the headlights that we spent an extra $1,000 on finally arrived. Oh, that looks great. Yes. Let's go. Here's the thing. Mine's a 99, so it came with halogen headlights. Porsche introduced an option that brings electronic headlights, and that's exactly what we opted out for. Now, does the harness fit right into the electronics? I don't really know, but we're gonna, fingers crossed, these headlights work, because I cannot spend another $1,000 on another set of headlights. Nice. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. This whole thing fell off. That's not good. Just when I thought my battle with headlights was over, the passenger side headlight seems to have been damaged through shipping, and all the little plastic pieces are literally in the box. In a brighter note, Papa Z absolutely loves the headlights and he cannot wait to see the Porsche be done. And just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, the driver's side retainer for the bumper came broken in half. This is just absolutely ridiculous at this point. But we received the passenger side cowl, the battery cover, and this piece that goes on top of the front bumper. Come down here, you see where it says bolts. $120. Yes, weirdly and embarrassingly enough, I spent $120 on bolts, nuts, washers for this car just because we're missing so much hardware. We were also able to find some trunk liner off of eBay. We opted out for the black liner, which in my opinion looks so much better than this one the car came with. We also got the plastic cover for the master cylinder and all that good stuff, and the weather strip that is very, very important to make sure the fitment is good for the hood and all that good stuff. The hood real quick. Oh yeah, I was not expecting that. Man, overall this car's really coming together. And the awesome thing is the weather strip makes the hood sit a little higher, so now the gap is perfectly fitting up with the fender, which is so good to see. I mean, look at this side and then look at this side. That's insane. Look how insane the front end of this car looks right now. This goes here like this. It even has like a little guide right there. Boom. That goes like that. But this side does not want to fit. For some reason, the bumper retainer also wasn't fitting up with the car, so I got a little nervous and started to think that the fender that we purchased was also damaged. But after doing a little bit of research and just trying to fit it up, I came to a conclusion. The retainer did not only arrive broken, but it was also for the wrong car. So we gotta order another one. And this bracket is also for the wrong year of Porsche. Check out the correct passenger side one and this one they sent out. Honestly, what a nightmare. Okay, now's the time I'm honestly very excited about, but very scared. As you guys know, these are a newer headlight for my car called Electronics. Mine takes halogens. So I'm willing to risk it all so I don't have to run the egg yolks. So I'm praying that it's just plug and play and they work properly. Did I spend $1,000 or are these headlights actually gonna work with my car? There's no better feeling in the world than something electronic going right on a car. There we go. So if you ever wondered, electronics do fit on your 996. Oh my gosh, this is actually insane. Yes, 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 yes. Principal came to check it out. Sadly, the mic was muted, but she absolutely fell in love with it as well. Would you believe me if I told you this right here, this bolt washer thing is $70 each. And we need a total of 3 of them because this is what holds the bracket for the headlight onto the fender. Now the funny thing is these are from a 997, so it's a completely different part number, and thankfully we got them for $40. So I don't know if it's gonna work. Pretty much looks the same as the passenger side, but you just never know with these cars. Oh, it does reach. Let's go. And I believe it goes just like that. They actually go the other way around, but thankfully they worked. I couldn't have imagined spending $210 on 3 bolts, and they're extremely hard to find. Now, fixing the headlights is gonna be tricky, but my plan is to pretty much puzzle it all back together. So I believe this piece goes in like this. This other piece that says push goes on top of that, just like this headlight. And my plan to go about it is pretty much plastic weld everything back to where it should be and pray for the best. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the plastic welding we kind of mocked up. That looks pretty hard on there. So now we just have to put it on and it just needs to shut. Let's go. That worked perfectly. I'm tugging on it and it's not moving. Big W. We just saved a good amount of money. Okay, I'm still waiting for the yellow clip that goes here. So for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and bolt up the headlight from the back. And then when that gets here, I'll just go ahead and fix that real quick. Okay, let's see if the headlight works before we even put it in. That's not very good. For some reason, the headlight is just flickering. Passenger side, it's also flickering, but although I think it's the battery, I'm just not 100% sure at this point. Okay, I thought I was gonna have to go on a crazy long journey on how to, I'm figuring out why the light was flickering, but here's the thing. This one's flickering and this one was fine before, and now that one's not flickering, but look what happens when I disconnect the battery cable or the charger for the battery. This one completely turns off. So I think the issue is that the battery is low on charge, and that's why the lights are flickering, and see, this one doesn't even turn on, and then when it charges for a little bit, it starts turning on. So I think it's a battery issue, so it should be okay, but man, it's always an issue with headlights. Let me try to show you guys the mechanism, because the headlights just work so cool. These nipples right here go into these guides on each side, and then the headlight just kind of slides in and falls perfectly on the plug that goes into here. All right, we forgot something pretty important that we probably should have put on when the fender was out, but that is the windshield washer reservoir. There's a total of 2 plugs, then there's 2 rubber pieces in the back of it that go into the fender, then there's a bolt up top, and that's pretty much it. And then it just started gushing out water, but thankfully it wasn't that big of an issue. After looking up a diagram, turns out I am missing that long hose number 4, and thankfully I have a bunch of hose laying around.
That's what she said.
So we went right to the garage where I'll keep all the hoses, and everything worked perfectly. I've never been so nervous yet excited to see windshield washer blasters work. Nice, let's go. It's crazy that it was a perfect size. Pretty simple. It's from there, obviously, to a little motor that's in here. And now let's see if it actually works, because I've been looking at this and there's nothing on the hood. And that's another thing down that now works on the car. Let's go. And for those wondering about the fitment between the fender, headlight, and hood, I mean... oh, that's so good. And now is for the fun starts. We purchased a GT3 style body kit for the 911. A body kit from FR Body Styling that is actually created in Portugal. It looks so good, we could not pass up. And the big question is, how well is it going to fit or even work at all? And after 15 days of the US Customs holding my package and questioning why I'm purchasing from Portugal, here we go. I'm so... Here we go, boys. After 15 days, 10 hours, and 37 minutes later, it is time. You guys read that? You guys read that? We're going to Fort Myers to pick it up. Let's go. And off to Fort Myers, Florida we go. Let me tell you, I was excited, but I was also so weird driving to an airport to pick up a package and not to pick up someone or fly somewhere. It feels like if something happens to me here, no one's gonna find me. But after all those issues, I was honestly super nervous. They kept questioning me, this and that. But thankfully, 30 minutes later, we got the package, baby, with a whole body kit. And of course, Cristobal's old trusty Jeep came to pick her up. Here's the thing, I am about to commit a big no-no. This is something you just don't do. Let me explain what I'm talking about. When you get fiberglass panels, you typically want to make sure they're fitted correctly. You can shave off a couple things here and there, and then you get it painted, and then you put it on the car. Well, that's not what we're gonna do. Because I'm leaving on a trip, I figured we would save time by having the body kit painted, and when I get back from the trip, it's gonna be ready to be put on the car. It just makes more sense. I don't want to keep waiting, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. And who's gonna paint it? Of course, Lucas, the GOAT himself, the man, the myth, the legend that painted my E46 Need for Speed build. I'm sure the bumper's gonna look absolutely amazing. Ma'am, are you my wife? And is this a pickup for your husband? All right, straight from the dyno video, we're on our way to pick up the Porsche parts. They are ready and painted. And amazing he did. Look at all these car parts. I feel like I was walking into a car part heaven. I could not wait to get these put on the car. Let's get home ASAP. Now, we do have to give a massive thank you to FR Body Styling. They're the ones that went ahead and shipped out this body kit for me. And well, here we have, starting off with a front bumper. It is a very aggressive, and this whole body kit is kind of called a GT3 style. It is just so much more aggressive. You got fangs up here, you got the holes on the side for the radiator fans, and down here you even have these little holes, which I absolutely love. Obviously, next up we have the rear bumper, also a GT3 style rear bumper. It is very clean, but you do have like a little lip down here, and then it goes into a groove, and obviously 2 inlets right here. It is definitely much more different than the stock one that's on the car right now, and just the right amount of aggressive it needs. We're gonna do the next 2-in-1, but that is obviously the wing, which we are missing the top lip right here. Not top lip, like the top side of the wing. This wing is so sick. And obviously the GT3 style side skirts. This car is going to be absolutely transformed, man. Remember earlier in the video when I said the car needed a battery? Well, that's exactly what we had to get before putting everything on the car. This battery cost me $275, single-handedly the most heavy and expensive battery I've ever bought for a car. The headlight bracket was missing the little yellow clip that holds on the plug, but thankfully we were able to get another one. I believe it was around $200. I'm just kidding. It was 20 bucks. But honestly, to put it on was a pain. Around 10 minutes later, we got it on. And now the headlight's gonna go in perfectly. We were also able to go ahead and purchase the retainers for the bumper, and this time they are the correct ones for the car. We also did not forget to seam seal, very, very important, and we used the best in the business, 3M seam sealer. Whew, but now time to mock up the front bumper, baby. Even though I took off both ducts that go to the radiator fans, when I was mocking up the bumper, it still did not want to sit right. There was something wrong. The little issue we're having, this bolt isn't reaching, and this bolt's definitely not reaching. But while we figure out what to do, let's go ahead and make the front bumper look even prettier. And we had to make a very tough executive decision, and that is to remove the bash bar to at least see if that's what's causing the issue, which I think that is what is. Well, that's exactly what the issue was. And how do I know 100%? Well, when I installed my M2 style front bumper on my BMW from the same company, I also had to take off the front bash bar. And I think the main reason is they're located in Portugal, and I'm guessing the European market or cars in Portugal just overall have a different bash bar setup. But you know, you live and learn. I don't recommend taking off your bash bar, but in this scenario, I guess we're gonna go with it. And I'm gonna be completely honest here, to make it fit 100%, I did go ahead and add a couple washers. And before you call me out on that, McLaren does the exact same thing. So I'm basically a McLaren mechanic. How awesome is it just seeing the car all together, get the front bumper on, headlights on, hood on, and we're still missing the emblem. Actually, can't find it, but the emblem was a little bit faded, so we are going to buy a new emblem. Overall, I would give the fitment right now, I have to be honest with myself, an 8 out of 10. It is not bad whatsoever. You're probably seeing clips, but there's a few things here and there that I do want to fix. I just gotta figure out how to fix it. But overall, I'm absolutely in love, and it is incredible seeing this car all together. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and put the fender liner on. We gotta take off this wheel. If you guys don't remember, we were having a big issue trying to find the wheel lock for the wheels and all that. Well, I found them on eBay. I believe it's OEM from Porsche. $100 later, we got the wheel locks for the car. Oh, please tell me you work. What the heck? It doesn't even work. Stop playing with me. There's no way.
All right, I'm gonna go cry.
When I purchased this online, I was 1,000,000% sure these wheel keys were gonna work on my car. Well, they didn't work. And we pretty much tried everything to get the wheel lock off, and well, we literally failed. But we're gonna stop wasting time and just go ahead and try to put on the fender liner by just jacking up the car and leaving the wheel in. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I've been dealing with a big 19 for the last week. Today's been the worst day so far, but we're gonna keep going. We got the queen herself behind the camera. She's gonna help me, and we're gonna finish this Porsche right now. Well, what do you think of the front end all put together?
She's so cute. It reminds me of the Cars Porsche.
Yeah, from the Cars movie. This Porsche is actually in the Cars movie. How's the fitment though? Would you ever guess that there was an accident over here?
Oh my gosh. I mean, It's perfect. This is so cute.
You wouldn't be able to tell. I could not wait for us to drive this car, but okay, so far today, what's left, we gotta put on the side skirts, the wing, and the rear bumper. And I do wanna remind you, this is my first time ever working on a Porsche, so doing things like this, I'm a little scared, but it's been pretty easy so far. So I believe to put on the side skirt, we gotta take off this plastic flap. What are you doing? Oh my God. Yeah. What are you doing, girl? Oh my God. There's 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Although the front bumper fit absolutely perfect. This whole kit is made out of fiberglass and you don't really know how it's gonna fit. So I'm really nervous for these side skirts. That fits really good, right? You wouldn't be able to tell. What? That's awesome.
You can't tell a difference. I mean, it's perfect. Slides in right through.
It just slid right in. So though it did go ahead and slide right in, we're gonna go ahead and put the bolts up just in a little bit, but I do wanna leave it on for now. And let's go to the rear wing because I'm so excited to put this on. Before we move on to the rear, check out the stock side skirts compared to the aftermarket ones. I mean, that is such an OEM plus perfect look. It's not taking away from the beautiful 996 body lines, it's just adding on to it. So far, this body kit is a 10 out of 10. But you're not going to be happy about what I'm about to say. Moment of silence for the last time this wing's gonna move up. The more I started taking apart the hatch, the more it didn't make sense to me how the wing was gonna go on the car. And the main reason I was thinking like that, the wing was half of the hatch in size. So after doing 30 seconds of research online, I came to find out the new wing goes on top of the old hatch. So yeah, we're gonna put back the old hatch and you'll see how it goes on it. Hatch actually stays on the car. We just have to take out the whole active wing mechanism Porsche comes with. We also did go ahead and panel bond the mesh. Just like that, the wing fits right on the car. There's 4 bolts at the bottom and we're pretty much gonna panel bond the rest. Okay, the wing is on. The wing is on. Go look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it.
That looks great.
Right?
It's so cute.
How, and did you see how good it fits?
That's a perfect fit.
Literally.
Sturdy is it?
So, I'm talking to him
Because
a
I'm
little
gonna be
bit.
flying with this thing.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna be flying.
Okay. It'll be
So-
sturdy for you.
Okay, thanks.
10 out of 10?
10 out of 10, so cute.
Who would have thought we would be doing such awesome things to a Porsche 911? But look at that. It looks hands down incredible. When I first purchased it, I thought it was gonna be a little too aggressive, but I think it's just perfect. And hey, it's a 911. It needs the perfect amount of aggressive, and I think this does it very well. And the fitment, I mean, you're seeing it right now. It is what I like to call factory spec. Aside from the rear bumper, there's something big missing, and that is the Porsche logo. The emblem itself has threads, and you just thread on the nuts from the bottom of the hood. Let's figure out how to take this rear bumper off. The rear bumper was going great until it wasn't. I was pulling on it, yanking on it, nothing was coming off. And Cristobal actually had the idea of taking out the bumper stops. And when I did just that, guess what happened? The bumper came right off. W Cristobal in the chat. Okay, I came to an executive decision. I don't want to take off the bash bar, so what we're going to do is we're going to be cutting these off right here. And since we're already in here, let's give it our own little touch and paint the bash bar black, because why not? It actually turned out really, really cool. And unfortunately, my theory of this being more of a Euro spec bumper is right. Look how big the hole for the license plate is on the US bumper compared to the aftermarket one. We're gonna have to do some serious modifications, which includes cutting some of the license plate bracket to make it fit properly. Make sure you measure properly. I hope I measured properly and these holes are actually correct. Since we're also moving the lights from the old bumper to the new one, we created a little template to know exactly where to cut. And I'm glad I did because it actually helped out the process immensely. And the turnout was very, very good. Now time to see how this bumper looks on the car. And unfortunately, the bumper does not sit properly with the bash bar on the car. It's something I really didn't want to do. That's why I created the modifications, but it literally can't work without it. But on the bright side, once we took it off and we put the bumper on, the fitment, oh my goodness, it's perfect. I mean, I just can't get over how perfect this body kit fits. And when it comes to the side skirts, I decided to go all out. We're gonna panel bond these bad boys on. Yes, panel bond them on. That's how great they fit. And I'm happy I made that choice. And to ensure that we're properly tightly fitted, we used another tactic out of the McLaren books and used good old tape to ensure the side skirt stays on properly while the panel bond dries. I just cannot believe we're here right now. This is what this car looked like when I picked it up, not knowing how bad the damage was. Really risking $10,000 of my hard-earned money into something I didn't know if I was gonna be able to fix or there was more hidden damage to it. But after taking that risk and after putting in some serious work and time and money into this car, this is how it's looking like now, and I just could not be happier and thankful for every single one of you following this journey. And I'm gonna be honest, it's not even over yet. This is pretty much just the beginning.
Extra, extra, read all about it. 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 Hot off the press, brand new news, front page, who is this? All black on, real low key, take a guess. I stand up.
And after all that work and literally the longest working days ever, here we are. Let me reintroduce you to my 996 911 that we picked up from Copart, and well, this is what it's looking like now. This GT3 style body kit from FR Body Styling looks absolutely just insane. Comment below what your favorite part is. I'm gonna be honest, my favorite part has to be this rear end. Like this wing with the aggressive rear bumper. And what's crazy is we're not even done yet. It's such an OEM plus, especially with the side skirts. If we go down here, oh my goodness. And obviously the front end. These headlights, I used to hate them, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't a big fan of them, but now that the car's put together, this front end actually looks amazing. And that was what I think. What do you think of this right now?
I love it. I mean, it looks like it came like that.
Right?
I don't know. I'm gonna say it because I know someone's gonna say it. It hurts a little bit because it's not gonna. It's not
gonna go up and down.
You know, that little.
Yeah, it's not gonna be an active wing, but I mean, I honestly will go with this over the active wing all day. I am gonna miss the active wing, but it still looks amazing. All right, what's your
statement piece?
Yes.
This wing is.
What's your favorite part? The front end or the rear end?
I've never been a front end fan of the Porsche.
Yeah.
But I like the front end. Front's growing on me.
But you still like the front.
I love the back.
Okay.
Love the
it
back.
looks beautiful. It looks so put together, so complete. Out of 10, what are you gonna give it?
I'm docking a point for the little.
Okay, 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
But when they see the color we're doing and the wheels that we got, it's definitely gonna be like a 30 out of 10. This is gonna be the cleanest 996 on the internet. Okay, let's go.